Hi, everybody. I'm Robin, and these are my reflections. Today, I am prepping for a full moon reading. Now, I don't normally do full moon readings, but this is a lot of energy coming in this month. So, we have the full moon in Virgo, which, Virgo, very grounding energy, earthy energy. And then I pulled from the Believe in Your Own Magic oracle for this moon reading, the sundress, which is Do It For You, which I think also kind of is bringing in that sort of self-help, self-love, health, focus on health energy. And then um Saturn, Saturn is changing. It's moving from Aquarius into Pisces, with Saturn being the planet of preparation and hard work and patience and struggle, and then Pisces being compassion, and then that sort of dreamy state. And then, this is all happening in a couple of houses for me. You have check your sun, moon, and rising, but one of my houses is house one that this is happening in, which is, the self image, self love, approach to self, how you see yourself, how yourself is presenting to the world kind of thing. And so I am thinking that I am going to use some of this energy to sort of do some planning around um, some health things, not just health, but just being more. I don't know what am I trying to say. I want to use the energy to help to work with my health plans. I guess I don't know the best way to say that, but that's that's what I want to do. So I thought I'd take you guys along with me because I haven't prepped yet, and it's today, so I have to get this done. I said I was going to do it, and I want to do it. So I pulled from all of the decks that I have that have this sort of moon, um, moon energy, and I have You Are Good Enough, um, Take Inspired Action, and then Prosperity. Along with the sundress, I thought this would be a time to kind of focus on working on my body, not just the way I look as far as like a dress, but for myself, making sure I'm healthy and planning that and spending some time to actually plan that, because over the next couple of years, I think it's 3 years, Saturn will be in Pisces. And so it's going to give me time to really feel some compassion for myself, um, love myself, and learn to appreciate my body and treat it like the temple that it is. So I say all that to say I want to use this deck for my new moon reading, my full moon. I keep saying new moon because I never do full moon readings. This month. This is strange for me because I normally don't use this for anything other than my personal cycle, but I don't know. I was just feeling this deck. So I want to do some readings. I have some spreads that I always do, one from Ethne and um, one from my Moonology diary. If you want to see more about that, you can check my other ones. I will link below where you can find the other videos on my moon reading preps. Um, but I also wanted to do some of my own work as well and my own spreads. And so I'm thinking that this deck is going to be helpful for that. I wanted to talk a little bit about this Saturn energy too. So I've been studying astrology as it relates to tarot this year. And I bought this deck. I don't know if you guys have seen this deck. I got this on Amazon. It's one of these cheapy cheapies. Let me see. I don't even know. It's just called tarot. And then it has like these letters, which I can't pronounce. So if you are interested, it's a great deck. What I love about it, I keep it in order because I'm using it for study. But the thing that I love the most about it is that it just says on the card what I'm looking at. Because I've seen the other ones and they have like the symbol for Libra and the symbol for Saturn and the symbol for third eye, but they don't actually say third eye, Saturn, and Libra. And I appreciate that it just says air, Libra, Saturn, third eye. Just tell me what I'm looking at. I'm using these to learn. I don't have time to actually be like consulting a cheat sheet because I can't remember what the symbol for Libra is. Like, just tell me it's Libra. So I like that about these cards. Um, I also really like the backgrounds because it's letting me know that I'm looking at water and I'm looking at air just by glancing at the backgrounds. I like these. I like them. I've been using them for a study deck. They weren't expensive. I think they were like $10 on Amazon. If I read like for professionally on hotlines, I would probably just buy a bunch of these and use them all the time. But as it is, I don't really need I'm only using this for because I don't read professionally. I'm only using this for my study. But I pulled these out. I wasn't able to find Saturn in Aquarius because that's where we're coming from, but I found Saturn in Libra, which is the closest I could find. And it's the Three of Swords, which, not great energy, right? But we're moving into Saturn in Pisces, which is the Eight of Cups, much better energy. It feels like we're going into something good. So, or moving away from leaving some things so that we can find better, right? And especially emotionally, creatively, and all of the things that relate to cups. So, I think, I think that this is going to be a good time for me to work on some self love. Um, in these next few years, I think it's a 3-year period that Saturn will be in Pisces. Let me see what the keywords say. It says abandonment, travel, withdrawal, walking away, letting go, relationship breakup, escapism, and moving on. And then reversed, stagnation, indecision, staying in bad situation, travel problems, distant attachment. Ooh, that's very sad. I don't think of the Eight of Cups as being a sad card, but I guess it could be. Um, I like the idea of travel because I am planning some travel this year, which I haven't been doing much of at all in the last few years, which I think most of America, I don't know about the rest of the world, hasn't been doing too much traveling. So, anyways, let's get to the sacred cycles. This is a deck from Jill Pyle and E.M. Dewey. I think she has a couple of other decks, Jill Pyle. I love it. It's basically, it has moon phases, parts of your menstrual cycle, parts of your body. There's some plants, some animals. It's a 50 card deck. I don't know. I like this deck. You can see I've been making notes in the guidebook. Like I use this deck a lot. I'm not a lot, but I use it every month, at least once a month. And so last year I used it every month, and this year I wanted to try to branch out into using it for something else. And I thought that this would be perfect. This would be a perfect way to use it. I'll just show you some of the cards. It is beautiful, but I will say that it doesn't have any keywords on it, only titles. And sometimes I do need to get into the guidebook. Well, oftentimes I do need to get into the guidebook to know what the cards are talking about. So I may have to do that as we are going through this. Um, I will try not to. I will try to edit out any of me ruffling through the pages or whatever. But just know that I'll probably have to get into the guidebook for some of these cards because I don't know them all off the top of my head. That's the thing with oracle cards, right? Like they all have different meanings. All of the cards. This is 50 new meanings. It's not like tarot where it's like if it's an RWS based deck, all 78 cards have the same meaning. like um no matter what they look like, they have the same meaning. There are multiple meanings, of course, and they may bring forth different meanings based on what you see on the card or the way they fall on the table or whatever. But in in short, they're the same deck, right? But with Oracle, every deck is different. So it's a lot to remember, and I can't always remember. This one, especially with no hints, um, I can't always remember like what clitoris or clitoris or however you say that stands for in as far as in regards to this card. Like what are they going for here? So I will be getting into the guidebook. I'm just letting you know that. But the guidebook is fabulous and I don't mind getting into the guidebook with this deck. So there's that. Okay, so that's all the cards. And I am going to start pairing. So I wanted to find a deck that I thought would go nicely with it and have a nice feel and chat with it a little bit. And so I'm just going to start pairing. Let's give this a little shuffle. These are tarot size, just so you know. So this is the Wiser Tarot, and they're the same size. Yep, exact same size, no different. So This is the tarot size oracle deck. I think this is from Hay House. Oh, that's cute. I never noticed the little sun and snake on the side. Where did this deck come from? Yeah, Hay House. This is a Hay House deck. It's unusual for them to produce. I haven't. Well, this is the only one I have from them that's tarot size, but I don't know if they have others. All right, let's see what we got. It shuffles wonderfully. It's on that swishy Hay House newer Hay House mat stock. It does chip up, but whatever. It's paper. Okay, so what should we start with? Sorry if I hit the mic. Okay, let's start with this one. This is one of the newer decks in my collection. This is the Neoteric Feminine Tarot by Spell. I will link the walkthrough that I have of this. This is a cute, and I thought that the art style might match nicely. So let's see how this one does. Let's start here. Should I give it a real good riffle? Just to make sure it's mixed. And just because I can, because this deck actually does allow me to riffle because of the card stock is thin enough. I can actually riffle. I have small hands. So, all right, let's see what we got. Waxing gibbous moon between the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. Right, so like I said, into the guidebook for number 3. I do appreciate that they are numbered because that's fabulous. Here's the write-up for that if you want to pause it. How would it feel to know that I can fully trust my physical body? Okay, so we've got the Queen of Cups between being able to fully know and trust what you are. Oh, with the High Priestess, that's a strong message, isn't it? Because we've got our compassionate queen, who is the only queen in this deck, I think, that really wants to truly help you. And then, we've got the High Priestess, who is all about knowing the inner, right? And not revealing, but holding on to the truths that are the most important, right? And revealing them. I feel like she reveals them as you need to know them. Maybe not as you want to know them, but as you need to know them. And then being able to trust your body and know that you have everything that you need within yourself. So I think that is a very powerful message. So I like that. So let's see what else we get from them. Birth. So bringing something new with strength in the Four of Pentacles. So if you've been, holding on to something, or maybe stagnant in your health, because I'm thinking about health things now, right? Maybe it's time to bring forth um, something new, and not only that, but something new that's going to be helpful and really bring something great into the world, right? But it's going to take a lot of strength. Doesn't birth take a lot of strength, like the physical act of it? So this could be a message about the difficult part of changing your health, your habits when it comes to your health and stuff like that. I like the way these are talking to each other. Bear with justice in the Four of Swords. So let's look up bear. I don't know about bear. 37. I trust my sacred boundaries. What needs to be taken care of so I can feel safe to rest and replenish myself? Okay, so this is you're resting, hibernation, protecting what you've already got with the Four of Swords. Wow. So we're hibernating, but our mind, quieting that mind with the Justice card. Okay. I like the way these talk to each other. I also kind of like the way they look. I don't know. I mean, it's not the best look, but I like the way they talk to each other. What do you guys think of that one? I like this one. I like this one as a match. So All right, so there's that. What do you think? What do you think? That is the Neoteric Feminine Tarot from Wise Spell. You can buy that on Amazon. Like I said, I'll try to remember to link the walkthrough. What should we do next? What should we do next? So I have out I don't know, I was thinking this one. I don't know why this is on my mind, but this is where is the box for this? This is called, oh shucks, I can't remember. Oh, I left some of the cards. I can't remember what this is called. Traditional manga? Traditional manga? I gotta find the box. Hold on one second. Traditional manga tarot from Los Scarabeo. There's the box. I've been using this deck, and when I use a deck, I just set the cards. I have like a thing on my desk, and I just set the cards there because I don't have time to be going in and out of boxes, especially those tuck boxes. They'll tear up on me. So I just set the cards. So I forgot the name. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I purchased this, and I don't use it that much, to be honest. But I thought that I was feeling it this month, and I think it might look nice with this. So let's see. Let's see what we got. Okay, so the dark moon is talking about starting anew and letting your imagination run free. And bringing something new into the world with the Four of Cups and the Nine of Cups. So this is definitely about creativity. So if you have some stagnation in creativity, letting your imagination run free is going to bring you more of that sort of wonderful feeling that you'll get back to it. So if I think that's sort of like a message, like if you're feeling any kind of block, whatever. The red tent. This was the card that I pulled that made me fall in love with this deck, because I remember that the guidebook asked the question, what would you like for your monthly ritual to be? If you could create any monthly ritual for yourself, what would you make it? What would it be? And so I decided that my monthly ritual was going to include this deck, and it was off and running from there. So this is about ritualizing things in your life and reoccurring things, between the wheel. Wow, the wheel, which is about cycles, and so bringing rituals to the cycles, and then Knight of Pentacles, working hard. This is, oh wow, these go well together too, y'all. Like, wow. The Empress, we know what she is, and then with the Three of Swords and the Five of Swords. Okay, so we have some darker energy surrounding this Empress. So it talks in the guidebook about this being a reminder that choices to say no and step back from partnership and speak completely about your needs are all steeped in sacred sovereignty. The confidence in decision making, saying no, um, stop questioning yourself, trust that you have the right answer within yourself. So, yeah, it could be like coming from you know, something happened in the past and it's sticking with you. It's staying on your mind, and you're dwelling in that. But you need to trust that what you left in the past should have been left there, right? For your own better good. Maybe not the grade of everybody else, but for your own good, right? Yeah, I like this one. I like this one. What do you guys think about this one? I never used this deck. I bought it. I'm gonna tell you, sometimes I'll get caught up in the backs of cards. I saw these on Tarot Oracle's channel, these backs, and he uses this deck a lot on his channel, and I just kind of fell for it, and I got it, and I used it a little bit when I first got it, but I haven't been using it, I want to say, in a while, and now I think I might be using it for my new moon reading. We'll see. So that is the traditional manga. All right, so I like both of those. I like the traditional manga and the Neoteric Feminine. I actually think that they have the same sort of supportive um, supportive quality, and I like the way this one looks better. So far, I think we'll knock, if I'm going to choose, I would choose this one. So we'll knock out Neoteric Feminine and we'll stick with traditional manga. So that's the winner for now. Let's see what else we got on the table. All right, so we got the one JJ Swiss. I know that these cards will probably look good. Let's see how they read. This is not the original or the US Games version of this deck. This is a Make Playing Cards version um, from Vincent Petici that I got off Make Playing Cards a couple of years back. I think that you can still get it. I'm pretty sure. He doesn't really remove his cards from Make Playing Cards once he puts them up there. And it's not been that long. So, all right. Beautiful deck. I destroyed mine though because I caught myself trying to put little dots so that I could tell which way was up and which way was down. And then I messed one up because I put it on the wrong side. And then I tried to remove it with nail polish remover and completely destroyed the card. It's not completely destroyed, but I know it's there, like, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm not going to buy another deck over that. So we've got Justice. Now this deck has Justice and Juno, I think. Is it Juno? Wait. Is it the Hierophant or I don't know. It has I want to say it's two Hierophants and High Priest. High Priestess, I think, is the two. So it's Juno and Jupiter. So Juno is the High Priestess and Jupiter is the Hierophant. And so he has also put in a High Priestess and a Hierophant, and I keep all four in here. So you may see them come up. All right, so we've got Justice and the Ace of Coins between ovaries. Let's see what ovaries is talking about. So this is creating for the sake of creating. It's talking about, and just being open to those creative hits with Justice and the Ace of Coins, making me think that there might be some new contracts on the way or new creative opportunities for jobs. I do work in a creative field, so that makes sense that will pop up for me. All right. This is the first card in the deck. This one is about being committed to your curious energy with the King of Wands and the Five of Wands. Interesting. So it's like, am I fighting myself? Am I holding myself too tight? Do I need to let go a little bit? I haven't asked any questions here, but Queen of Wands with the Ace of Swords and the vaginal canal, which talks about that space between the known and the unknown and the bravery to step through that portal. So, yeah, I guess, if there's a spark on the other side of that portal, are you going to be fiery enough to move through it? This is falling a little flat for me. I gotta admit. Look at this is the clitoris card. I wanted to know about this one, so let's read about this one. Between the Knight of Cups and the Sun. I don't necessarily like the way this looks, to be honest, and I don't like the way they're reading. I'm not getting no hits, so we'll see. Let's see about this clitoris. Here's the write-up. Pleasure is my birthright. Ooh, I like that. An intricate web of nerves networking well beyond what many believe it to be. The clitoris expands throughout the vulvar area surrounding the vaginal opening and is filled with around 8,000 nerve endings designed purely for the purpose of pleasure and derived from the Greek word for key, clitoris. The clitoris, I guess, holds one potential source of the felt experience of bliss within the sacred body. It is time to claim pleasure fully. You can start by looking for simple ways to cultivate more joy each day as you seek out what fills your mind, body, and soul with sensations of delight. Witness the signs and synchronicities that show up to support you along this path. The magnetic energy of joy is undeniable. Yeah, finding that sacred joy, the joy that is your birthright. Between the Knight of Cups and the Sun. Well, that's nice. That's a nice message. Yeah, look, here's the sun again. With the Empress and the 10. Okay, so all of that you've been working towards and it has felt hard, but when you let that go or when you're finished doing that, what is revealed is your strength. And people can see that. So, and your power. And not only that, but your strength and power and calmness. Not that you ruled with an iron hand, but that you have been soft about it. And people relate to that. Oh my goodness, what is that? I don't even know where I was going with that. But like, man, okay. So I like this okay, but I'm not loving it. So that's a no. So far, the one that's winning is the mystical manga. Not mystical. What is it called? Gosh, I can't ever remember the name of that deck. Traditional manga. Okay, my battery is running low, so we can't be here for too much longer. So we'll just do this last deck. This is the Sacred Sisterhood Tarot, published by, you can get it on Amazon or at a bookstore. This is Red Wheel. So, okay, let's just give it a shuffle. Yeah, this is like a perfect match as far as the artwork goes, but let's see how they read. Okay, so we've got the Six of Swords with Men of, well, let's see. We've got Passion Flower with the Six of Swords and the Nine of Cups. Passion Flower is the Courage card. So we've got the Six of Swords and the Nine of Cups. So you have to have the courage to move past, either change your thoughts or change your communication efforts, to get to be able to achieve what it is, that peace of mind that you're looking for. The Valet of Cups, which is the page, with the Cavalier of Batons, which is the Knight of Wands, with, let's see, menstruation. So the menstruation card is about letting go, regeneration and letting go of the things that you don't need anymore to move on to what be able to create something new from that. And let me just look in the book to see if I can find, just make sure I'm doing that right. I think that's what this is. What are your thoughts and beliefs about where do you originate from? Belief, your relationship to grief, relief, release, and surrender. Okay, so your relationship to that with the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So it's a very emotional relationship, isn't it? And it's growing. It's a growing relationship where you're still learning to deal with that change and that release of things that no longer serve you. The Five of Swords between the Lovers and Butterfly. I'm going to keep it moving because my battery's dying, so I'm not going to stop to go through all of these. I love the way this looks together. Magician and the Queen of Cups with the Waning Gibbous, and the Sun with the Labia and the Ten of Cups. Interesting. This is interesting. I like the way it looks. Love the way it looks. The Wild One with Judgment and the King of Wands. Interesting. Ace. So we've got the Ace of Swords with the Seven of Wands and Orgasm. Look at that. Flower with a hummingbird. I love these cards. I think this artwork is beautiful. Okay, let's look up orgasm. This is the last one I'm gonna look up. This is the last one. My pleasure opens portals. Where in my life could I benefit from cultivating more pleasure? As a practice daily, follow what feels best and fills you with joy as you move toward any peak experience or toward the final stages of any projects you have been nurturing. Allow pleasure to infuse and expand into your daily experience. That is such a great advice, because I think a lot of times, especially if we're working on a project, we may get so caught up in what we're doing, and analyzing and trying to get to the end, that we forget that we've worked hard and we should take some time to appreciate the fact that we are coming to the end of a project, and that and everything that we've done up until that point and everything that we've created. And it's sometimes can feel like you're going through the motions, and then as soon as it's done, you're ready to just get to the new thing, right? But you have to stop and enjoy. It might be a good practice to stop and enjoy the end, the end portion, that those last few moments, right? Before you start the new. I don't know. That's interesting. I never considered that. I wonder how I can relate that to developing a new health routine and all of that kind of stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you with that. I think I'm gonna go with this one. I like the way that this one looks the best, and it's made me think a little bit. Um, but I may also pull in. So this is the Sacred Sisterhood, and I may also pull in this one. So let's just see real quick if I added these in, how they would look. Um, I just moved this. My coffee has gotten ice cold, I'm sure by now. But like, yeah, I like them all, right? So maybe we'll do all three to get us a nice reading. Yeah, I like all three. So I think we're going to go with all three. So this is again, just so you know, this is the Sacred Cycles in the middle here. This is surrounding it here is the Divine Sacred Sisterhood Tarot. And this one is hold on, let me find, I keep my boxes in this drawer down here. This is the traditional manga from US Games, all mass market. And so, yeah, you can get these wherever you buy your tarot and oracle. And I will leave you with that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you are going to be doing a new moon reading, a full moon reading this month, which decks are you using? Which spreads are you using? Let us know below. And yeah, if you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle and things like that. And I will leave you with that. So have a wonderful new moon, a full moon, and good luck with the transition of Saturn. And I will see you next time. So stay safe out there and be blessed. Bye.